Hi, I am Mita Naya, and today is Thursday, and the date is 16th September. So, I will tell about my favorite movie, what movie I like to watch, and what types of movie I watched when I was child, so etc. And different reality shows, cartoons, my favorite cartoons, etc. So, I'm starting now. When At first I will tell about my favorite cartoon. When I was child, then every time every when I get any off time, then I watched cartoon. I really liked to watch cartoon, and my favorite cartoon was Augie and the Cockroaches. And otherwise I also watch Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean also is was my really favorite cartoon. And Tom and Jerry, Doraemon, these all types of cartoon was my favorite. And um, and every time I watched these types of cartoon, and especially I liked to watch Mr. Bean and Augie and the Cockroaches. Tom and Jerry, I watch Tom and Jerry cartoon, but not every day. Means every day I just Augie and the Cockroaches is most favorite cartoon of mine. And it's very and yes, I also liked to Mr. Bean. And I also liked to watch Chota Bhim. This cartoon I also liked to watch. And then when I was child, then I used to go to the school. Means then I had to go to the school. I had to attend my school every day. So after coming from home, after coming from school, I watched this cartoon. and. And I also watched this cartoon during it. My mother, when I was child, my mother fed me every day. Then I also wanted to watch this cartoon. And Mr. Bean also really very good cartoon. Mr. Bean, I liked to watch this cartoon. And even I also like this cartoon now. Sometime I watch this cartoon on my phone. Sometime Mr. Bean. Augie and the Cockroaches. Then I like Augie and the Cockroaches. Every cartoon I liked to watch during my childhood. But when I watch these types of cartoon now, then I make joke on me. Means there has no means this cartoon is just entertainment show. Means entertainment cartoons. So all cartoon is very funny. And there has no meanings of these types of cartoons, but still I liked to watch. So when I saw watch this cartoon now, then I think that how I like to watch this cartoon. If I don't get any company for playing, then if you just sorry, if I when I did not get any company, or suppose I have company for playing, I have one friend, but then still I will want to watch cartoon than play. Means. And there also had lots of cartoons like Mr. Ben 10, etc. uh, Actually, I followed their all characters. I followed the character of Chutki in in Chota Bhim cartoon. And every Sunday I also watched some cartoons like Bikram Betal. Bikram Betal is it's a story. It's not a cartoon. Means I liked to watch this Bikram Betal. Bikram Betal is really very well stories, and these stories every Sunday I watched it. Otherwise I also liked to watch Chadar Buri, Magic Man, etc. So these types of things I always liked to see on TV during holiday. Means Sunday was my holiday, because this day I did not have any school, I did not have any tuition. This day I just like to give concentrate on TV. This day I just this day I just watched TV, just watch cartoons, movies, etc. And my mother did not tell me anything when I watched these types of cartoon, because this one day I just got time for watching these types of things. Otherwise I did not get any time for watching TV so much. And these all was my favorite cartoons. And I also like to watch some entertainment shows. And I also liked to watch some reality shows, like Dadagiri. This Dadagiri is my favorite reality show, and I watch this show. um, and otherwise I also like to is saw Dance Bangla Dance, etc. These types of show I like to watch. And now I also watch these types of show every Sunday and Saturday. And every Sunday this day I got off from everything, tuition, study, everything. So this day I also watched some horror stories, horror in and its name was Ahad. And there had some stories of ghost stories. And uh, and I also liked to watch CID. And these horror stories, I have a friend in my locality, and she and I, every Sunday I we watched these stories, horror stories. And after watching and this program, this show happened for 2 hours, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So 3 hours, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So we could not see continuously, we just watched this so for 30 minutes or 1 hours. And there had some stories, and everything was really very terrible. Means every stories was really very scared. Means and I really get very afraid when I watch these types of stories. And this day, and when I watched these stories, then this day I cannot stay alone in the house. I really all time I stayed very afraid. But still I like to watch these stories. And just Sunday they uploaded some new stories. Otherwise they just give old stories. So this Sunday I enjoyed lot with my friends, locality friends, with my parents, family members. This Sunday I just would like to watch TV. Otherwise did not get any time for watching TV. And these types of show I watched. And I will tell about movie. I also watch different types of movies. Like especially I liked to watch Bengali movies. And these days they give new Bengali movies, and I watched lots of Bengali movies. And I also have some favorite actor, favorite actress. And my parents also watched movie with me. And when I was child, means then I just watched Bengali movie. Then I did not watch any English or any Hindi movie. And once I also uh, went to the cinema hall for watching movie with my some neighbor's friend. It was a short trips from from one neighbors in our locality. They take all childs of our localities in cinema hall and for watching this movie. And the name was the movie's name was Jungle Book. This Jungle Book movies, then I was then I was child, means then I read it in class 7 years. And this day I enjoyed lot with my all uh, friends of my locality. um, and this Jungle Book movies also really very well movies. And especially these movies is good for child, any child uh, enjoy these movies, especially these movies for child. And these Jungle Book movies especially um, for child, every child will enjoy to watch these movies. And otherwise I also watched Amazon Obhijan, Chader Pahar. These types of movies I watched, and I really enjoyed these types of movies. And I also like to watch some mysterious stories. And Sonar Killa, um, also really very well movies, very good movies. And I did not watch these movies, but I read it, the story of this movie, Gupiga and Bagabain. This movie is also very funny movie. And I also and I read it this the story of this movie, but I could not watch it in TV. Oh, sorry, on TV. But this movie is really very funny movie. And I also watched more Bengali movies. And did not remember the name of all movies, but I watched all movies. And and I also like to watch movies. And I also watched one movie during lockdown on phone, Raj. Um it's a horror movie, and this movie is really very uh, terrible movie. Means I really got very afraid when I watched this movie. And and otherwise I also watched some Hindi movies during lockdown. I could stay with my all family members. And I watched lots of movies during this lockdown. Lots of like two and three, four movies during this lockdown with my family members. And I watched well knowledgeable movies, one Ninja and one Raji. These two movies, I liked to watch these two movies, and these two movies was really very beautiful movie. And Ninja, I liked to watch Ninja than Raji, because it's real stories. Ninja is real stories, means it's really very well stories, inspiring stories. Inspiring movie. Um, and I watched this movie with my family members. And Razi also really very courageous movie, means and I also liked to watch this movie. And otherwise I also watched two more movies. Yes, once I also watched horror movies at noon with my family members. And these these movies was really very terrible, means I really got afraid when I was watching this movies. Actually it was a dubbed movie. Actually it was English film, but it was dubbed in Hindi. So this movie was really very terrible movie. And I watched this movie. And and I also watched two movies. Yes, two movies. Means during this lockdown, I watched lots of movies, all kinds of movies, knowledgeable, courageous, all types of movies I watched, and otherwise, when during Durga Puja, our big festival Durga Puja, during Ashtami, I also went to cinema hall with my family members for watching movie. And first year, so when I went to the cinema hall with my with my all family members for the first time for watching movie, then I was really very excited. uh, and we watched a well movie, good movie. And every movie was good, uh, but Ninja is really very well movie. Means it's my favorite movie. And otherwise, I also watch some movies on YouTube on my phone. I watch English movies. I'm learning English and I'm practicing English now. So that's why every day I watch English movies, and I watch lots of English movies. I always liked to watch horror movies, and sometime I got some very well horror movies, and I also watched The Nun. The Nun is the Conjuring 2. I watched. Then I also tried to watch Annabella. Annabella, but most of the movie in English, most of the movies was dubbed in Hindi. But sometime, after finding lot, I got movies in English properly. And I also watched some movies, um, um, and I also watched some inspiring English movies also. But Annabella, I tried to watch, but I was not getting this movie in on YouTube properly. Means I was getting, but it was not full movie, and it was not it was not Annabella movie. Another movie, but they gave the name of Annabella, etc. I and I so that's why I did not watch this movie, and I want to watch this movie. And otherwise, I also tried to watch Triangle. Triangle also, I did not I finded it Triangle movie, but Hindi dubbed. I did not get this movie in English properly, so I did not watch this movie. So otherwise, I also the Quiet Place I watched. The Music Box, um, and one web series I also watched, names Origin is also well movies, then Wine, etc. So these types of movies I liked to watch. And I watched lots of the House of God and Evil, these types of, um, and I also watched first part of Anaconda, um, and this is also really very well stories. So sorry, well movies. And once I also went to the cinema hall, with my all family members, with my aunt, with my uncle, and with my some cousins, and the Jamai Shushti, during the day Jamai Shushti, on this day I went with my all uncles, all aunts, cousins, and this day I also enjoyed, but I could not enjoy properly because I had a cousin's brother. I have a cousin brother, and then he was so child, means he inherent child. Maybe his age was 11 or 12 month, maybe 8 9 11 month. Then I went to the cinema hall for watching movie too, with my uncles and aunt, and he was with us. And for him, she was really very child, so that's why he could not stay in darkness room for long time. So that's why my aunt had to come out from the hall, and that's why we also came, we had to came outside as well. We had to come out from the hall, so that's why this day we could not watch a movie, uh, all movies. So that's why, and there also had chill AC, so that's why he was crying, so that's why we had to come at home before watching full movie. So these all movies I watched, and every movies was my favorite. That's all.